Hi, I'm Alana. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we're doing a get ready with me for church. In today's video, I want to talk about this book, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. So, Robert Greene has also written several other books that you may be familiar with. He wrote The 48 Laws of Power, and he also wrote Mastery, and he wrote The 50th Law with 50 Cent. And he also wrote The 33 Strategies of War. Yeah, so he has written several books. And so this book, The Art of Seduction, is about seduction. And so he writes about all of the great seducers throughout history. Like he writes about Cleopatra and how she seduced Caesar and Mark Antony. So, how Cleopatra seduced Caesar and Mark Antony. She was only very young at the time. She was only 18, in between 18 and 21, when she was seducing these great leaders of Rome. So, how she seduced Caesar was she actually ordered herself to be wrapped as a gift in a carpet and then delivered to Caesar to his palace. And so this gift arrived and he was like, oh, how strange, a large gift. And then she emerged from the carpet and she was all beautiful and she had jewels all over her body. And she also would strategically place different oils like rose oil and jasmine oil on different parts of her body. And Cleopatra was not particularly beautiful, but she was a master seducer. The other thing that she did when she was seducing Caesar and Mark Antony was she made sure that whenever she was with them, she was always really happy and laughing so that they would come to associate being happy with her. And so that worked really well for her. And then it has a different chapter on different chapters on different kinds of seducers. It talks about the dandy and the rake and the natural and the siren. So the siren, he uses the example of Marilyn Monroe for the siren. And so Marilyn Monroe, her gift, I suppose, was that she was not really loved by her father, by her parents. So she was always seeking that male validation from others. And so she learned to do this walk, the seductive walk that she did. And that made her really famous, but also the way that she looked at, but also the way that she looked at the camera, and he writes that she, in particular, Marilyn Monroe, she was particularly seductive because of how much she needed the validation. She craved the validation from men and strangers and her fans. And so I guess because she kind of needed it, she tried so much harder to be that perfect, spectacular siren and seducer. And so, yeah, he writes about Marilyn Monroe as an example of the siren. And then he writes about this man called Gabriele D'Annunzio, who was around in 1869, and he was the deputy head of the Kingdom of Italy or something like that. And he was really short and really he was bald and he was ugly, and so none of the men really worried about him being around their wives, because they were well, he's obviously not a threat, he's just short and bald and ugly. So the men would like let him spend time with their wives, but he actually ended up like seducing and sleeping with everyone's wives because he was actually like really, really charming, and he had a way with words. So he would write like poems and books, and he became really, really close with everyone's wives. And there was a quote, one woman actually said that Gabriele D'Annunzio was the greatest lover of our time. So there's some inspiration for you if you are short and bald and ugly, or otherwise find yourself unappealing to women. Learn to write or something, because it's incredibly powerful, and women don't really care what you look like anyway. So thank you for getting ready with me for church today. You're beautiful, you're perfect, I love you, God bless you. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.